Thanks for joining me for Creative Conversations. All you'll need is a cup of creativity, an old keepsake, some canvas, and an imagination. If you're ready, let's get started. This project is a great opportunity to celebrate 2020. The ups, the downs, the highs, the lows. It's all about collecting, collaging creatively. So these are great opportunities to take keepsakes that may be memorabilia from your family, maybe old birthday cards, maybe old prayer cards like what I have, affirmation cards that I collected from my grandmother. So one of the things you want to do is to get your canvas and go ahead and start layering with some colors. Of course, you'll need paintbrushes and a fun supply of scrap papers to work with. I'm going to tear this, and then I'm going to give it a little bit of a burn, duckled edge to age it a little bit, right? I do have a cup of water here, so we're safe. And I'm just kind of burning this to give it just a little character, you know? So again, this one says everything is wonderful because there's gold dust in the air. So this Mod Podge is what I use. You don't have to use a whole lot of it. If you have Elmer's glue, you could use Elmer's glue. It's not a big deal, but I like this stuff because it has a gloss finish to it. I'm pressing it down with my fingers. Don't worry that the glue is still visible. It's gonna dry. This is a thicker paper, so it's gonna tend to curl up a little bit. So what happens sometimes in instances like this is that you may have to weight it down with something. So this will definitely have to dry. But another thing that I like to do is sometimes just create little patterns within the paper. So for instance, I can do something like this, glue it down, or I could just leave this open over here, which is what I think I'll do. And then I've got this up here. So, and then I've got some other cool pieces that I'm gonna put down in here. So you just have to play around with where you want something placed, right? I generally don't like snowflakey kind of looking stuff, but I don't think you can really even tell that they're snowflakes, but I'm gonna balance that out. I've got a piece there. I've got a piece over here. This is our final piece here. It's actually not our final piece because we're gonna let this dry and we're gonna come back and just embellish it a little bit more. That's fun. Let me see. Kind of like something like that. So you just have to play around with where you want something placed, right? Because you know, for instance, that's fun. That's fun. That's fun. That's fun. Let me see. Kind of like something like that. So, here we go. Do this and then we'll get... And then Troy just gave me a message. Lately, I've been getting requests for collages. Yeah, well, this is the way to do it. And they're a lot of fun. They do get really messy. And you have to be patient, you know? Again, cool ideas that you can get creative with at home to provide your family with some meaningful gifts. And at the same time, knowing that you've had a good time in the process. So that is one of the affirmation cards or the prayer cards from your mom. And I had a whole bunch of them that Dottie sent. So I'm making these into art pieces so that people can collect them and just kind of cherish them in a way that they don't have to be stuck in a box somewhere. You know what I mean? So that's what that one says. And then I have...
Everything is wonderful because they're gold.
Dust.
Because there's gold dust in the air.
Okay.
Yeah, so I kept them just as they were in that original condition. And I just wanted to bless you guys with some
Thank you so much.
creative collectible and work. These were so much fun. And if you have more questions, feel free to inbox me. But please visit my website, www.artra.com, and see what kind of stuff I have on there that you might like to be able to bring into your day. Because everyone needs a little cup of creativity, right? I'm looking forward to joining with you guys again and staying in touch. It's been a pleasure, and thank you for joining me to come into my studio. Until next time, it's all about you, baby. So remember, this Christmas, be creative and cherish your collectible moments.